Everyone, Paul ISM, welcome to another inbox review. So this is a kit I plan to start possibly today. I'm going to build it as part of our homologation car group build that myself, Simon and Alan are taking part in. You can come join us over on ISM should you wish. It's free to anyone to join. If you look in the description down below, there's a link to the group build page and the ISM page and my Paul ISM page as well, where all info of this will be posted. And you'll hopefully see part one of the build pretty soon. I've got a few other builds on the go at the minute. We'll have a little bit of a chat about them at the end. So we're going to have a look through the box. I love these 1/16 scale Fujimi kits. I've got a few of them. They're up there. You can see some of them. I absolutely love them. I've only built one, but they all look great. And this one especially is my latest one I bought a couple of months back, I think it was. And I paid about £83 for it. Goes for over 200 quid most of the time. I just got really lucky with it. And I've already done the review and it looks a great kit. So let's dive straight in and let's have a look through the box. Hey everyone, please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell notifications, get notified of our latest videos. Give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And leave a comment. I do read and appreciate every comment you guys and girls leave behind. I may not reply to them all, but they are all appreciated. And there's a link in the description of the video that takes you to a big long list of all handy videos and a lot of the products I use in my videos. Right then, another one of these fantastic Fujimi 1/16 scale kits. I've got a load of these in the stash. I know some of them are a bit ropey. I've got the 959, love that thing. I bought a whole selection of these things, and this is one of my most favourite ones I bought recently. Second-hand off eBay. These are old kits now. They were really cheap when they came out, but they've gone up in value drastically, especially from some of the scalpers on eBay. I see this kit normally about £250. I get this for £83 delivered. Very, very happy with it. We're not going to do it yellow. Mine will be red. I believe this is the prototype, because as my friend Gary told me, Ferrari prototypes are yellow. Whether that's true or not, that's on Gary's head. It does come with decals. We're not going to do that. It's going to be a red road car. Simple as that. From what I can see, they're nearly all red. And that's what we're going to do. So, lovely box art. Real photograph of the real car. It's a huge, huge box, as you can see. There's no maker's marks on the front. Nothing at all. But on the side, we've got the side, rear and front profile of the car. Got a little bit of info about the car there as well. If you want to pause it and read it. Basically, shade under 400 horsepower, about 360 foot-pound of torque, weight about 1,100 kilos, 0 to 60 in just over 4 seconds, I think, which for mid to late 1980s was pretty damn decent. And I believe it's a 2.8 twin-turbo engine in these. So, not too shabby at all. I think it's the same engine the F40 shared, if I remember right. So a bit of info there and some of the colours required there as well, which take it with a pinch of salt because we'll be changing a lot of that as we go through. So we take the box off. If you've seen these kits before, you'd be quite familiar to what you get. So we've got our instructions in there. I have been through this kit, but I've only really been through to check that everything's here. So if I can find my sprue layout, there you go. I tick everything off on every single kit I buy to make sure everything's there. So we'll put the instructions to one side for now. And, well, we'll grab the parts as we go through the kit. There's enough in here to keep you busy, but not to test your patience. So let's start off the body shell first of all. So there you go, there's an indication of the 16 scale. Now I like 16th, it's a good manageable size. It's not as ridiculous as 12th, which can be crazy big, but this is approximately, what is it? Let's see. So we go from 20 to about 26 centimeters long. So not ridiculously big, but big enough to be a nice, interesting model. Nicely crisply molded, really, really nice. You got the obligatory seam lines to deal with, but it looks a nice, easy kit to clean up. To be fair, really clean, really, really well molded. A beautiful back end on it as well. The wonderful front end. These will all be kept in until we're literally ready to do this. The window surrounds will be black, so we just trim these and sand them before we paint. So it'll literally be painted like that. We've got a nice secure point on the roof. to pop a mountain point to spray it, which is quite important. And obviously you got the iconic rear window as well. So lovely body shell. Really, really nice. That beautiful shaped car. Absolutely stunning looking car. And yeah, really eager to get going with this one. Pretty eager. So I'm going to pop that back in its bag. We're going to rustle our way through. I'm going to pop that to one side. We'll just deal with the sprues as we go. So some I'm not going to open because I don't want to lose bits. And some we will. So in here is a load of chrome parts. We can get them out without wrecking everything. So we've got headlight reflectors by the look of it. Interior mirror, the chromes, pretty nasty. So they will be stripped and redone. Exhaust tips, yeah. Right on the sides where you'll see it. So yeah, we'll redo those. And the gear shifter as well. What a shame to do that. Why not put the sprue point there at the bottom? You're not going to see it, but anyway, it is what it is. This will all be stripped, cleaned up, and re-chromed, so that's not a bother. We've got a bag here. I'm not going to open this because there are lots and lots of little bits. We will be video building this, so you will see everything in there, but there's a few springs, some wiring, that'll be for the HT leads, I assume, some screws, an axle, and then these absolutely stunning tyres, which, oh, okay, then I'm going to have to open that and have a look. We'll just get one of the tyres out and we can pop it back in and see the look. I think me and Claire were talking about the tyres the other day from Fujimi. Just how nice they are. Obviously, they need to clean up. In that bag for God knows how long. So we've got Pirelli Centuro P7. And we've got the full Pirelli markings on there. If I can zoom you in, my camera's going to play ball. Which I think it is. Really nice. Very nice tread markings as well. So really good. Got centre scene to clear up. But piece of cake to do that. No bother at all. But nice to get the proper markings on there as well. Because a lot of kit manufacturers don't include those for one reason or another. So really nice. So obviously the front rear tyres are staggered. Different size, widths and what have you. So pay attention when you're doing that. Now, first bag of parts we grab are interior parts. So we've got dashboard, door cards, seats, steering wheel, a little bit of flash here and there. Nothing too bad though, still nicely crisply moulded. All the instrument stalks are there, accelerator pedal and what have you. Yeah, it looks pretty clean to be fair. For the age of these kits, we've got some loose parts. That part's off the sprue, but it's not an issue. For the age of the kit, perfectly acceptable plastic, quite happy with that. Okay, next sprue is our wheels. So, these are chromed. It's not chrome though, because it's not a high shine. And to be fair, there's actually not too bad of a finish. That would be borderline whether it's worth replacing. But I think that's only something you or I can decide. So we'll play the baby. They look really good. I think you could get away with literally popping those on the car. So yeah, I'd have to look at pictures of the real wheels and see what the actual colour is. But they look quite good. Nicely moulded again. No problems at all. Clear parts. Now these are a bit problematic in places on the Porsche. More so getting them on the kit. And we've got a beautiful couple of marks right on the glass. You can see them right there. Big swoop at the top. Big line there. That's quite thin glass. Same on the side windows. We've got a nice, I don't know if it's a scratch. It looks like a mould line, I think. And the glass is pretty nasty. So, where are the doors? Could we replace that with acetate? There's a good chance we could. So that's something we'll play by ear. On the back piece, again, scratched. It's got lines through all the plastic. So that is a real shame. I would say, no, it's in the glass. So I think that's part of the moulding process. So that's a shame. The clarity of the glass isn't great either. It was exactly the same problem on the Porsche. The glass, really, the down headlights and rear lights and what have you, not really much concern. These quarter lights, they're a bit thick, but they're okay. But I think the windscreen could be replaced with acetate because it's thin. It's not that much of a curve on it. I think the side windows possibly could be as well. This piece on the back, I think we could get away with using that. So a little bit of a shame again, but it was the problem on the 959. And to be fair, I'm going to guess clear parts are probably some of the most troublesome to do because of, well, what they are, clear parts basically. Next sprue, I'm running out of room here a little bit. I don't want to keep rustling bags for you because it's right by the microphone, so I do apologise. Oh, it's terrible. Bag rustling. Bag rustling. And I use staples. Bloody staples. Damn you, Fujimi. Right, so. Bit of flash on the centre of this sprue. But overall, the rest of it is beautifully done. Now, first and foremost on this kit, I will be checking if these fit, that fits, and that fits. I'll make sure the door, the engine cover, and the hood, bonnet, whatever you want to call it, luggage compartment cover, all fits in place. Anything that needs gluing on will be checked and glued in place as and when it can be. But it's lovely. Even the louvers in the back of this. Let me zoom in a touch. Absolutely lovely. For a plastic moulded part, that's actually really, really good. They're quite nice. Yeah, I really like that. That's very nice. They've got the Ferrari logo moulded on the back as well. The doors look good. Just got to be very careful with these. One of my 959 doors was broken, unfortunately. I can't remember if it was like that on the kit or if I did it. I think I might have done it, but shh, don't tell anyone. So yeah, that would be first and foremost my first job to check. All these parts will be taken off, cleaned up, popped onto the body shell, make sure they all fit. Once I'm happy the fit is good, then they can all be prepped for paint. But I think with this, we need to be extra careful. But I think we can get acetate on there to replace those windows. And the body, the windscreen, I think we could there easily enough as well. So I think we'll be alright there with the glass. But the rest of the parts are all really good. We've got some intakes. Let me zoom in. Keep it all zoomed in enough so you can see without going too far out. Just a little bit of clean up here and there. It's an older kit. We do get 2 mirrors. That was a concern. I chatted to my buddy Luke about this, Luke Ward, about possibly moulding another one. But it looks like they're in there. The only thing is, I hate the look of them on the car. They sit up so proud. So I may modify mine so that they're on stalks rather than these big posts. I'll see. I'll see how they look when I mock it all up. But this sprue is very important, and this is one we'll be checking on the video. We are going to video build this, obviously. This is one I'll be checking to make sure everything fits before we commit to any paint at all. Because if we commit to paint and these door pillars don't quite match up like they did on a Porsche, or these need trimming, I think these two will be alright. These will be the problem. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Next sprue is the chassis or chassis, wherever you want to bloody call the thing. This is going to be nothing much to look at. Now, a bit of framework, plastic, some weird plastic pear model pube, whatever the hell that was. Yeah, nothing in there. Look, it's really boring plastic, so yeah, whatever. Boo. We've got the interior tub now, which we've got some rather overscale switches in. They look a bit big, don't they? I think we might be able to do some of those. Maybe we can scratch build something. Have a look. We've got the H shifter pattern there as well. I'm assuming this thing would have had a dogleg box on it. But yeah, there's nothing in there. The luggage compartment's tiny. We can flock all this wherever we want to do. We can flock the living flock out of it. But I think those buttons, I'll look at the real car, but I can't imagine they're in scale because, yeah, they're rather large, to say the least. But yeah, not a bad interior. Now, what this thing's going to fit together like, I don't know. We'll see. If it's anything like the Porsche, we'll be alright because that went together fantastic. but I know a few people have reported some of these kits can be a little bit iffy. Right, we've got suspension, running gear, fans, all sorts of malarkey on here. Stuff I don't even know what it is, as usual for me. So yeah, but again, custom molded, battery's good. We can get a decal made for that. Hopefully, Alan, if he's watching, can help me do that. We'll see. Wipers, yeah, or suspension arms, brake calipers, which are tiny. But I'm gonna guess the car probably back end didn't have huge brakes on it. Yeah, nothing to look at there. Suspensions there. It's all just black plastic. Pretty well molded. There's no real excess flash on there. I can't see anything's going to be a problem to clean up. Well, looks pretty good, to be fair. Head on over to www.umpretail.com and help support mine and Lee's business, because without Ultimate Modelling Products, there would not be any international scale modeler, and all the videos we put out there, and the Facebook page, and the forum we run. We stock loads and loads of modelling products, including all our own products of our Apex airbrush, our pigments, primers, sanders, thinner and cleaner tools, our wonderful storage system, polish system, and weathering washes. We also sell modelling tools, paints, model kits, glue, solutions, fillers, weathering products, aftermarket, and of course, international scale modeler merchandise and gift cards. And all orders made before 12 midday get next day delivery in the UK, and international orders are shipped within 48 hours. And this is our last sprue. So this is quite an exciting one. This has got our 2.8 litre V8 on it. Now, I believe it's twin turbo. So do we have turbos? I don't know if they're supposed to be replicating turbos or not. I'll look through the instructions in a bit. But engine looks good. You get an engine stand with it as well. Now, I did have the 24 scale kit of this, and I believe, from what I'm told, one's either scaled down or the scaled up version. I think the 24 is a scaled down version of this kit, if I remember right. And that looks a fantastic kit as well. And you can get that cheap. We were selling them at UMP at one point. You can get them for like 30, 35 plus pounds. There's some aftermarket out there as well to make it a really nice kit. But 16 scale is the one for me. I like this scale. All sorts of stuff on here. Cam covers, pipes. I'm sure they're supposed to be turbos, but I don't know. Transmission, stuff, things, a pulley. I have no idea what they are, but you do get an engine stand with it, which is quite nice, and a nameplate as well. That's a nice touch. And again, all nicely done. Everything's going to need de-seaming. Standard on all these kits, any kit really. Some are more obvious than others, but yeah, once you get all cleaned up, it'll come out nice. And you've got the potential for scratch building if you're a 3D printer, or you like scratch build, which I don't mind doing. I did quite a bit on the Skyline. Then you've got a bit of potential here to do, but this looks like a half decent engine out the box. And again, if it's anything like the 959, it'll look absolutely lovely once it's done. So that's all our plastic gone through, I think. Make sure there's no sneaky little sprues in the bottom of the box. I can't see anything. So overall, that looks pretty good. It really does. The body shell is lovely. For me, that is a perfect size. I really do like 16th because it's a nice model to work on. It's not, if this is in 12th, it'd be like, another, well, it'd be half again probably, wouldn't it, I think. It's big and it becomes a little bit unmanageable. Whereas this kind of scale, it's perfect. This kind of scale just about fits in my spray booth with no issues at all. 12 was too big. It was a bloody nightmare to get in there. 16th is just about manageable, and this isn't a huge car, so perfect, absolutely perfect. But that body shell looks wonderful. It really, really does. Now the instructions. In here we have decals, and this is part of the reason why we're not doing it in the yellow colour, because the decals are a little bit shot. Now, again, the 959 decals went on great. I think I put them in the window for a little bit, and I hit them with some microscale decal stuff, whatever it was called. We will need these Ferrari logos, although I do think I have some others now. We could do these placards, and we could do the Speedo and that, so we definitely need this load of decals. So think if Alan's up for it, if Alan watches this, if not, I'll have to ask him. I'll give him to Alan to scan as a precautionary precautionary measure is the word I'm looking for. And we'll get them in the window, get them bleached a little bit, and then we'll put some microscale decal film over the top to protect them. And hopefully, we literally need all these, and maybe the plates as well we can do. And hopefully we can get all these off. But I'm pretty sure I've got the Ferrari logos as aftermarket parts. But if we can use these, all the better. So on here, you've got the decal layout. Obviously, this is for the yellow version. We're not doing the yellow version. We're going to do it red because that's what most of them are. Literally. And the decals are really random, like motor, stuff on the screen. They're a bit poo, to be honest. A little bit uninspiring. So we're not going to do that. And obviously you've got your sprue layout. It's all in Japanese, so you're not going to understand. But you've got your colour call-outs, which are Mr. Hobby Aqueous. I really didn't think Aqueous was that old, but obviously it is. This kit was re-released later on in a red boxing. It's the exact same kit, as far as I'm aware. It's just in a newer boxing. So if you can find that one, you can get it for a good price. They do look a good kit. All the parts layout that we've just been through. So even for the size of the kit, it's not that big. There's not a huge amount of it. So I think it is pretty manageable. And that's what I like about these kits. I know some of them are a pig. I know people have built them. But if you pick and choose, you don't mind a little bit of mucking about. Like I said, the doors are going to be the biggest issue on this. Getting them to get the pillars in. A little bit of manipulation, bit of heat. And we'll get them in there, hopefully. Everything else should fit pretty okay. And if it doesn't, we'll make it at the end of the day. So that's it. There's the part. And then finally, the instructions. Now, bit of info on the front there. In fact, there's a lot of info. Which is all kind of different languages on really annoying pictures, which is a bit annoying. Nice black one there, which Scott, Two Kids No Sleep, did over on the ISM forum. Did a really nice job of. But these are the mirrors, and that's why I don't like them. Look at the size of those things. They're huge. I know why they're big, so you can see over this back end, but I'm thinking I'll drop them down a bit because I'm looking through the mirror. So aesthetically, they'll look a lot better, but we'll see about that. But they look awful with one mirror on, which is my concern with the kit. Instructions, they're nice and clear, to be fair. They're exactly the same as the other kit it did. We're starting off with the power plant, so that lovely V8. Let's have a look at where everything goes. Like I say, you do get the stand to display an engine should you wish. They are the turbos. I thought they were. They're a bit odd looking, but hey, we'll stick them in there. Here's what it is. We've got suspension. The rear shocks, do they actually work? Possibly. The front ones don't because I've already seen they're rigid. Moving on to, so we go from engine, which is a couple of pages of work. That's going to be quite a bit of work in itself. We won't start here. We'll start with the bodywork. Get it all prepped, primed, painted, cleared, ready to go. That can then sit for a while and cure, and then we can pop on and crack on with this engine, which looks wonderful, to be fair. Looks absolutely beautiful. And then we're on to the running gear. So suspension, front suspension component, steering, the battery, if you want to display the stand, the wheels, which we're going to look at, the seats, which are multi-part, and there's a good chance that they work like the Porsche ones did, because they recline forward and back as well. We've got a radiator, cooling pipes, rear suspension, dashboard, getting the wheels on. So we'll pick and choose the order we do these. If you've watched my work, you'll know the orders I do things in anyway. So it's a case of just, well, we'll do things in the most logical way we can. That's the easiest way to work. Interior looks great. Like I say, these are the problem. These A and B pillars, making sure, well, it's not A and B pillars, but the A and B pillars behind for the doors. We're going to have to make sure that they mate up perfectly with the doors shut. So that's what we'll have to manipulate first. And then you've got the pop-up headlights, which again, do they work? Possibly. I don't know. And then decals, and that's it. Making the body to the chassis, getting the engine cover on, getting the lights on, and that's it. So it looks pretty straightforward. It's going to be a lot of work. I'm not totally aware of that. But if it goes together like that 959, I'll be happy. and hopefully we'll end up with a beautiful bright red Ferrari 288 GTO. So yes, that looks like that's going to go together pretty well. Like I say, my areas of concern are those doors. They were the same on the Porsche. We've just got to make sure that when the door's shut, that those pillars line up with the car. And I had to just gently manipulate them on the 959 till they sat right, because I don't want to do that after it's painted. So we're going to get all that work done, make sure all that bodywork fits before we can get it in. And after that, hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be pretty plain sailing. So like I say, it's going to be red, because most of these were red. I've got some gravity colours up there. I've got Tamiya. I'm going to have a look at the colours, see which one I prefer. We just want a nice, bright Ferrari red. And I know Tamiya does a TS Italian red, and I think they do one in the LP as well. I forget now. But we'll pick a nice, vibrant, bright red for it and get it done. Like I say, probably going to modify the mirrors. I hate the look of the standard mirrors. They stick up way too much. I understand why, but this is my model, so I can modify them. We'll probably just lower them a little bit, or we'll put them on stalks or whatever. And I think by the look of it, it's going to be pretty much an out-of-the-box build. So yeah, if you've built this kit or you know about it, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, leave a comment. I do appreciate everyone leaving comments to the videos. Now, I've got two ongoing projects at the minute. The Tamiya P51, which has got a phenomenal response on the channel. I enjoyed the first part. I'm going to get the first part of this out of the way. More than likely, I change my mind day to day. And we'll get back to that, because I don't want to rush it. I don't want to get burnt out doing it. I am quite eager to get back to it, so I don't want to rush that at all. And it's had like the 6,000 views already. I think it's like 2-3 times many as normal. So it just shows you that you guys and girls out there do like the video builds. And I'll be interested to look at the analytics for the demographics, like areas where people have watched from, ages, and what have you. So, because that's always interesting to look at. The other build I've got on the go is the new BMW M6, which we did the first part of a while back. I've been working on it for the past week or so, and there's nothing wrong with the kit. I'm just finding it totally uninspiring, and it's kind of draining my mojo a little bit, to the point I need to start a new kit, hence why this is out. So that has got all its running gear done, the interior is mostly done. I've carbon fibered all the chassis. So literally we need part 2 of that to be uploaded, and then part 3 to finish it, but I kind of just lost my way a little bit on it. So I think if I do a bit of work on this, it'll spur me into getting that done. So my plan is, first part of this, probably the second part of the BMW next, and then the second part of the Mustang, and then we'll see where we go from there. So that is that. That's where we're going to go. So thanks for watching today, as always. There's no live show tonight. It's Friday the, 18th? I haven't got my glasses on. This is terrible. Terrible. You know you're getting old. Yeah, it's the 18th. Can't even see my watch calendar. It's the 18th. There's no live show tonight for one reason or another. We're back on Sunday for sure, and we'll get everything up and going. I might release a video about the live show, just explaining a few things as to why and when. I explained a bit of it last time, but we're getting a bit personal in the review now. I don't want to do that. Any comments, questions, whatever, pop them down below. I do read all your comments and appreciate them all. And I do heart them all up, even though I don't reply unless it's a question. Make sure you check out the Scale Model Facebook page and forum, umpretail.com. We can get all the modelling stuff I use. My Paul ISM Facebook page. And of course, the Live the Bench page for live show news. And the Off Air Hangout group for all our Off Air Hangouts, which happen near enough every day. So thanks for watching today. I'll catch you all later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.